Hi everyone, sorry I haven't been posting videos for the last week or so. Unfortunately when I left Plovdiv I got cut down with some flu, so I've been in Sofia for just under a week trying to get better. So sorry that I didn't post anything, but good news is I'm feeling a little better now. So I'm in this really nice Airbnb, so I thought I'd use my last day wisely and do some gear reviews and some gear videos, because people have been asking me what my helmet setup's been, what I've been packing, what the panniers are like, you know, questions about the lows since I was having some troubles in Greece, so thanks for your feedback. So yeah, I just thought I'd film that, so we'll go in the living room now and I'll show you what I've got. So first up is my SW-Motech dry bag 450. It's a 45 litre roll bag. I really like it. The fixing points are really cool. You'll notice it's got two sets of clips either side of the bag so that you can just loop onto your pannier racks or whatever suitable fixing point on your bike, front and back, draw them tight and you're ready to go. Fitting is like minutes and it's really secure. Doesn't move left or right, forward to back. It's really cool. And you also have two extra compression straps on the top that come off, so these are adjustable, so you can put other stuff on there as well if you want to. And I just really like it. So I thought what I'd do is, I've got my panniers packed as well, I'll go through those, and I've got this, because I'm going to be heading into Serbia tomorrow, so I wanted to sort of go through all of my stuff and make sure it's all okay. So I figured, well, as I'm taking it out, I might as well record it and show you what I've got. So it's almost like doing it in the reverse, rather than put it in the bags, we're all taking it out. So in this one is my camping gear. And it's been raining torrentially last yesterday evening. Really big storms in Sofia. You can see there's water on the top there, where it's sort of gone into the roll, but then been stopped because of the design of the bag, and inside completely dry, absolutely perfect. So it works. Convenient carry handle here as well. So I've got my Arc'teryx raincoat, so I put it at the top there, so that way if I'm out and about and I'm on the bike and I just need to quickly grab an external layer to keep me dry, I can just get that out, and that's in the stuff sack. I've got my sleeping bag. This is a really cool sleeping bag from, I believe it's Mountain Hardware, American company. Really comfortable sleeping bag, packs down to next to nothing, and it's really soft, really light, 700 grams. It is incredible. So don't scrimp on your sleeping bags, because if you're going to be camping a lot, and even if you're not, just if you're going around the world and weight is an issue, just don't scrimp on it. You know, this is going to be an expensive trip no matter what, so the extra 100, 150 pounds or whatever it may be on a really good quality sleeping bag that's made of good materials and that's light, I really would recommend it. What else have I got in here? Got my lightweight camping table, because when you're eating, it's one of the things that I didn't think of packing, but my friend said when you're out and about and if you haven't got metal panniers to use as a table, when you want to eat, when you want to read, when you put anything down, you don't want to put it on the forest floor. A camping table is really useful. I've got my Eureka Kigo 2 tent. Again, this is a really cool tent, very lightweight, good size, 2-person, 2.25 kilos, well 2.5 kilos it says. Max 2.6, minimum 2.3. So yeah, let's take it in the middle. And yeah, this is really great, really great tent. Packs up in about 10 minutes. I think I can get up in 10 minutes and down in 7 minutes, which is really great. Then I've got this bag here, which has got some inflatable pillows and also an inflatable mattress. Oh, it's really warm today. This is my extra inflatable mattress, just in case the ground is really tough. This is both are from Thermarest. This is a self-inflatable one that has got the extra padding inside, which is really comfortable. I like this one a lot, but it doesn't pack down so easy. I'm lucky because I've got this bag, so I can, you know, the stuff sack it came in, it's just ridiculous, because like Thermarest I don't know, they put these things in stuff sacks that, I don't know about you, but personally I can never get them back into. They make the stuff sack exactly the same size as it was when this product was manufactured, possibly by a robot, in a factory, folded exactly perfectly, perhaps by machine. I could be wrong, but that's what it appears like. And then as soon as you open it up, and then, you know, anything, you try and get it back into that original stuff sack, and it's just never going to happen. Just make the stuff sack 2-3 millimeters bigger to allow for people like me who can't fold absolutely perfectly. So that's another reason that I just leave this one out. But the other one that's in here, take it out and show you, is just inflatable. It's just an air one, so it's much easier to fold. This is my inner liner. I've got a inflatable pillow. It's not that great, if I'm being honest. And then this is my other sleeping mat, which is much easier to get into. This, out of interest, my Sea to Summit silk liner. I can definitely recommend Sea to Summit travel sleeping liners. They're awesome. Just to prove how awesome they are, look at the logo on that. That is the old Sea to Summit logo from about 10 years ago. I've had this the whole time, taken it around the world with me. This has been up Everest, this has been to China, this has been to India, Cambodia, all over the place. It's good as new, absolutely good as new. It is bulletproof. So Sea to Summit, keep doing what you're doing. And I think we've got something else. Yeah, finally, my Moonlens chair. I didn't want to buy the expensive Helinox one, so I found Moonlens on Amazon. It's very, very similar. I think it's really, really great. Packs up really quick. So, chair and a table, wherever I go, not very heavy. I think this is a pretty good deal. So, all of this in this really lightweight roll bag that's completely weatherproof, and I've basically got a shelter, somewhere to sleep, something to sleep on, something to rest my head on, protect me from the weather, and when I go out of the tent, I can put a table up and sit down and eat and do whatever. So this is a pretty important bag. That's why I like it, and it fits everything really well. So yeah, on to the Mosko Motos. So I've gone for the Mosko Moto backcountry system, which is a 35 litre pannier, which is a soft luggage system that's also got a hard mounting. So on the back, you've got this kind of reinforced plate. I'm going to wash this later. You've got this reinforced plate that fits to a matching plate that you bolt to your racks on your bike, and then you just slide it in and then lock it on the top. It's really great. And I'm really lucky that I found this this cable locking system, which I can show you, that just perfectly goes through the little holes. They're just the right size, so that when they're on the bike I can then lock them up so that no one could take them off, which is really good. But yeah, it's really good because it's got the molly system on the front and back side, and also the underside of the bag, so you can put extra little things on the top. I've put my little water bottle holder here, which is great. So yeah, let's take a look inside. You've also got a pouch on the front, which is really good. I've used this to hold stuff like paracord, so that I can string up my tarp when I'm in camp if there's bad weather, which is really good. And I've also got this this bungee net, which if I want to put anything more on the back of my bike, not that I would because I've got enough stuff already, but I can put this on, which is really great. So, let's see what we've got in here. It's been a few days since I've been in there last. And they're a little bit sweaty, so I'm glad that I've got these open. This is a mid-layer, so another mid-layer in case I get cold, which I should have used last week, and I wouldn't have got the flu, so that was silly. I've got, this is same thing but for the trousers. This is a thermal waterproof layer, again stupidly. Basically I wouldn't have had flu if I'd got these out, so therein is the lesson. This is my kitchen stuff. To those of you that remember my chef days and my cooking years and know how fastidious I used to be in the kitchen, you'll be quite surprised to learn that I've got a cup with my logo on it, which is nice. a knife, some washing up liquid and a sponge to keep everything clean and sanitary, spoon, salvaged from local gas station I believe, and a bowl. That's pretty much it. I can drink, I can eat, I can stab it, and I can scoop it. Pretty much, and then I can keep it all clean. So that's pretty much what you need. I know that there's probably lots more that I should have, but I did say I want to keep this as light as possible, as light and as you know, just the bare necessities. I've got some gearbox fluid. The reason I brought this with me is because I want to service the bike as I'm on the road. And I did actually start to bring a lot of things. I brought oil, I brought lots of other things that were just really, really heavy, and I just thought, if the bike is leaking oil, you've got bigger problems, so you're going to need to get somewhere that's got oil anyway. So I didn't keep the whole litre of oil that I had. But things like gearbox oil, it's very easy to change the gearbox oil, and I've got the tools and I've got the rings as well to do so. And I just thought sourcing the particular type of gearbox oil for the BMW liquid cooler on the road might be quite difficult. So I filled in this bottle with exactly the amount that I need, and in case I do have a chance to refill it, to know exactly how much I can pour in, and this funnel as well. So that way I can do a gearbox change on the road with a funnel. Gotta have this. So duct tape always helps. This is my MicroStart Sport, which is really awesome. I absolutely love this. So this is basically a mobile power unit that can jumpstart the bike and jumpstart cars and other stuff as well in case of power problems. And you can also use it as a remote charging device as well. But I've been quite lucky so far. Obviously when I get into the desert and things like that, that's just going to start to come into its own. I've got a clear visor that needs a wash. I've got a clear visor just in case, because some places can get really, really funny about dark visors, which I've got on my bike. So this is my UE Boom, probably one of the coolest things I've bought, which I really, really like. So I've got music, Bluetooth, wireless, waterproof music wherever I go. Super, super important. And the battery lasts for ages, so we're going to have some cool parties in the Turkmen desert with that thing. Camping light to put in the top of the tent. Mobile hairdryer, really important if you do get washed out somewhere, or there are leaks, or there are some problems. Having to dry stuff is really important on the go. So this is really, really important. So I bought that. Plate to go with the kitchen stuff. It's a metal plate in case I want to use it as like a hot plate to cook stuff on the fire. Torque wrench, very important. You'll notice there's a mix of kind of garage accessories, camp accessories and kitchen stuff. It's because if I tried to compartmentalise all the things correctly, camp in one pannier and tools and garage stuff in the other one. The problem is the weights are so different. All the garage stuff is really expensive, really heavy, all the tools. So the bags are just not weighted evenly. So that's why I've had to mix things up a bit, and I found that this works quite well. In this sack is just a range of things. I've got the workshop manual for the bike. I've got some ratchet straps just in case you need to tow the bike or tow someone else, also for securing on boats. I've got a high-vis vest for safety, and I've also got an Optimate charger to leave the bike plugged into if I'm going to be leaving it for some significant lengths of time, at which I may be when I'm in Romania. It might be parked up for up to 2 weeks, so it's good to keep the battery conditioned. Head torch. This was actually in the top, but it's kind of fallen down to the bottom. Really important to keep handy, because when you're in your camp, you don't want to be rummaging through all of your stuff for your head torch. You just want to be able to open the pannier, grab it, and there you go. I really love this, so that's good. Tech wash. I'm going to use this today. When you've got camping clothes and waterproof clothes that are going to protect you, like the jacket that I've got and my Ultrex pants as well, which are really awesome. you've got to keep them in good condition. You know, these are expensive clothes and they're designed to work in bad weather. So this is the Knit Wax Tech Wash and Tech Direct Washing Waterproofing. So basically you can use those in your washing machine to keep the clothes working, you know, keep the waterproofedness intact, and also restore it if it started to fade. This is my K&N recharger kit. So what I've done is I've taken the paper filter out of the GS, because if you do get stuck in water or you do get in some really bad weather or whatever the world's going to throw at me on this adventure, if water goes in, that paper filter is over. Rather than, you know, keeping loads of replacement filters in my bag, you can see how little space I have. I went for a washable K&N air filter that you just put in. It's a mesh filter that you can then take out when you do your service, clean it with this specific cleaning kit, and then re-oil it and put it back in. So it's like a, you know, metal and mesh one that is essentially you know, for life. But you just need to carry this to wash it, and I thought that was a better option. And then finally, my toolkit with all my stickers and from Hospital Records and Alpine Stars and all the stuff that I've bought over the years. This is quite heavy. This is essentially, won't go through the whole thing because obviously it's very specific to my bike, but just to give you an idea, mobile soldering iron, just stuff that I've taken off of the bike, extra sort of socket parts that you might need, some lock wire just in case you need to tie something to the bike, or if you need to short perhaps one of the switches that might, you know, get notched. You know, I've heard of that happen quite a lot. I've got a bag of stuff to make things stick, so I've got some JB some Subaru, Loctite, all the things that you use when you're putting stuff on your bike in the garage. WD-40, replacement spark plugs, grease, replacement brake pads, oil filter tool, all my BMW specific washers and O-rings, crush washers for doing the oil change, for doing the gearbox, the final drive fluid change, all that kind of stuff. Plastic hose so that I can do the oil filter without spilling it all. Tyre irons, rider's manual, and then also a bag of nuts and bolts of spares for things I put on the bike, just in case. So this is kind of a jack of all trades sort of box of tricks, essentially, that is pretty important for my bike. So I put all that in there. There was more in there, but I just took it out because it was just really, really heavy. And that is essentially one bag on one side. There's nothing else in there. What have we got? Anything on the other side? No, I think, yeah, there's going to be some stuff in the back here as well. Toilet seat covers, a lockable cord, just in case. No, I use this for my helmet, that's it. When I get off the helmet to sort of sightsee and see places and I want to walk off and I don't want to take it with me, I just lock it to the bike. My SIG for my main cat water, which is useful. Earplugs. Yeah, and that's it. And then this is pretty light. This isn't very heavy, which is great. So I'm going to give this a good wash. And oh, and I've got some wipes in there as well. And then we'll go on to the second one. So now we're going to get into the second one. This one feels heavier. So I think I'm glad I'm going through this exercise, because I'm going to have to take some lighter stuff out of that one and put it in this one. Because when you pick it up, definitely tell the difference, and that might be why the bike isn't balancing as well as I hoped. You can see on the outside I've got my tarp. Just undo this here. Tight. So I've got my tarp. This is about 2 by 3 meters, I think. Oh, a bit wet from the rain. 2 by 3 meters, something like that. It might be 3 by 3, I can't recall. Just a lightweight one. I didn't get the super thick one because that's just going to be really heavy, and just, you know, the whole point is just lightweight, everything as lightweight as possible. But this is handy for when you need a secondary shelter when you're camping, or to cover the bike for whatever reason, some shade in really hot weather. Really, really useful. It's light, it's cheap, and this together with the paracord, I mean, I think this was like €7, and the paracord was the same, €14, and you've got, you know, an extra shelter. I mean, that's really good value in bushcraft, as far as I'm concerned. Not that I'm an expert, but okay. Oh yeah, got some fun things in here. So first aid kit. I put this. It was at the bottom, but I put it at the top because somebody recommended that when you're in need of a first aid kit, you don't want to be rummaging through your panniers right to the bottom to get to it, so it needs to be at the top. So what I've done is I've split my first aid kit into two, one big, one small, so that this one has got all of my, if you're in real big trouble or someone's in real trouble, you know, the stuff that you're not going to need that often, you go for this one. And then I've got a small red one which I've got in my top duffel bag, which I'll go through in a second, which has got the everyday stuff like paracetamol, ibuprofen, plasters, some rehydration stuff, antiseptic wipes, things like that. Coffee, tea and long life milk. Self-explanatory. My JetBoil, these are amazing. These are so amazing. All you do, if you're not familiar with JetBoil, is you take the top off like that, and take the top off like that. And then you've got this little tripod thing here, which goes on your awesome gas canister. So you put that on like that, clips in properly. And then you take your little regulator like so. This screws directly onto that. You pour your water in, turn your gas on, boils in less than a minute. Unbelievable. And then you can, so yeah, so that's for your hot meals, for your mess tin, for your tea and coffee, everything. Really, really great. Use it all the time, really easy, can't recommend it enough. And yeah, it's not cheap, but you get what you pay for. You really, really do in this situation. And I just think, I didn't get that this is the micro size, this is the smallest one they do. And then obviously a little spork in there as well, so that whatever I'm boiling can actually put in my mouth. But I think it's really intuitive, it's a really cool design, I really like it. So I should be using this quite a lot. There we go. Okay, what else have we got? Clean rag, more useful than you think. There seems to be a lot less in this one, but it's much heavier, so it's weird. This is my quote-unquote survival bag. These are all the things that you won't need until you really need them, if you know what I mean. So, flint, matches, emergency cord, a really, really sharp knife when something really needs to get cut. Because I've got 3 knives dotted around for different purposes. So perhaps you'll see them as we go around the world. Tent repair, epoxy resin, plugs, like basin plugs, water condom, believe it or not, clothesline. So yeah, these are all kind of things that you're not going to need on a daily basis, but when you're out in the wilderness and things, if I'm out in the wilderness at any point, and things, you know, you really need to survive for a few days, this is the bag that's going to come out. This is probably doing it, this is what's doing it, is tyre stuff. So this is a Gear Gremlin tyre repair kit. This is really great. So if you get a puncture and you've got tubeless tyres, you just shave out the hole, make sure that there's no obstruction, you put the cork in, you do the twist, do whatever, and it's a temporary repair until you can get your tyre sorted. This I bought, you know, this is quite heavy actually, how are you thinking about it? There are smaller ones, like there's ones that are literally about this size, but I like the fact that this was digital, and this also has a big torch on it as well. So this is a digital tyre inflator, so that if your tyre pressure goes down and you're not near a petrol station, and to be honest, a lot of the petrol stations that I've been to, their air wasn't working anyway, which is really strange. You can just set the digital tyre pressure that you need in PSI bar, whatever it is, and it just takes it straight there, and it works off of cigarette lighter, which I think is really great. So that's why I bought this. But yeah, this is quite bulky and heavy. I might. Yeah, but it's just useful. It's so useful. What's going on here? Oh yeah, tool roll, which we made with my mum, which was awesome. So thanks, Mum. Stitched on the old Sprocket Square logo there, which is cool. A bit of brandy. So yeah, these are my tools in here. Bare necessities. Some my torque set, some spanners, wrenches, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, this is where that weight's coming in now, actually. Spares for the nav, because that's really useful. Little camp grill, so that I can. This obviously bent in my little crash, so that I can cook stuff. I wonder if I can repair that. Yeah, it'll be alright. Two other tool sets, yeah, okay, so it's not that, it's these. Two other tool sets, full Wera Torx Cyclops set, which is really awesome. I'll actually open it out. That is just mega cool, and you can strip most of the bike down with what's in here, believe it or not. This little thing here, with Torx, with screwdrivers, with all those things in there, the bike can get into little bits, tiny little bits, before you get to things like the engine bolts and things like that. You can get a long way with this. And I bought the one that had the heavy metal case, and Wera UK were really cool, and they exchanged it free of charge for this soft one, which is much lighter and much easier to use. And then this is a Frankenstein toolkit of all things that I've used on the bike, and just really, you know, necessary things. Stanley knife, specific size sockets for the spark plugs, you know, things like that. So this is more the garage side of things. Oh yeah, so I've got a third part to my first aid kit. These are all my waterproof things. So saline solution, case for the things that are liquid, so it's waterproof case. So saline solution, eardrops, things like that I don't want to break. Camp food. Didn't want to take too much, but yeah, I've got enough food in there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got nine bags of food. So rehydrated food that will pour hot water in, eat out of the bag from the JetBoil. So 3 meals or 2 meals a day, 9 sachets. You know, you're gonna be okay for the best part of, I don't know, say 4. Because it's a mixture of breakfast and things like that, and then sort of these gels. Basically, I reckon 5 days. You could be on your own for 5 days if you really got in trouble and still survive. That's what I'm hoping for. And a shovel as well for when I'm in camp. So what have we got? Disc lock. Gotta have it for GS. Other stuff for camping, so, this got a bit wet, I need to sort this out. This is sort of flammable blocks for creating a fire, and candles for keeping away mosquitoes. This is GoPro bits in there. Change location for those. What's in there? And then on the front, so on one of the other molly fixings, I've got this this tactical pouch, which is really cool. I put the Greek flag on there because it was the first country that I started in, and my O positive badge, just in case anybody needs to know my blood type, in case anything bad happens. This is my extra fuel case, so that when I get far away, need extra fuel. I've got another litre or so of fuel, but hopefully I won't need it. Yeah, and that's the second one. So that's all this stuff, which is a lot heavier than that stuff. so I need to do a bit more balancing today, and hopefully that'll all work out. And then finally, I've just got it here, I'll grab it real quick. I've got my Enduristan duffel bag. So this is the one that I bought to replace my BMW duffel bag. This is, again, is just a really simple design. This is just a waterproof roll top bag, similar to the SW-Motech one, but obviously it's a top loading one rather than a side. And it's got a nice red interior so you can see all your stuff. Some fixing points and some lashing straps for the rock straps, which are really easy. Yeah, and it's great. It's 50 litres versus the 55 of the BMW bag. The BMW bag was really good, I really liked it, but I just think that for a round the world trip where it needs to take, you know, every eventuality, I don't think it's built for that. I think the BMW duffel bag is more of a long weekender where you don't need to put everything in it. You're not going to be taking all of this stuff. You're going to be taking, you know, change your clothes for a couple of days, a few camp bits, and that's that. It's perfect for that. But when every inch of space is vital and it's all loaded more centrally, I don't think it's the bag for the journey. And because it's got that reinforced base as well, which is good for being sturdy, it's heavier, and it's just, you know, you need to shave every gram wherever you can. It really, really does make a difference. The only thing that worries me about this one, I mean, this is a great bag. The only thing that worries me is this little see-through place for what I assume is a name badge. You know, this whole thing is welded seams, everything is really, really perfect so that nothing's going to get inside. But then if you look, you can put your your name badge right in there, which means that there's an opening if this is punctured. And if this is all really hard and really welded and really reinforced, and this is a thin piece of plastic, if something cuts that, you've lost all of your waterproofness. So I don't know if this is the Tornado2, if you guys are making a Tornado3, keep it completely sealed. If you think about the necessities of a traveller, my prime concern is protection, weather protection, and keeping my stuff, you know, all good inside. I don't care about putting a name badge on there. That's not my priority. And even if it was, just put it externally, and then you can put your little name card in, and then if that gets rained on and then perishes, oh no, I'll just fill out another piece of paper with my name on it. It's not a big deal. I don't think potentially sort of risking the integrity of the bag is worth it for that. Now, Enduristan could be watching this and by all means reach out if I'm wrong. You might turn around and say, actually, the bit around that is completely reinforced and we've tested it and it's great. If so, perfect. If not, something to think about for the next one, because I really don't think it's that necessary. But other than that, I really like the fact you've got these different loops so that you can change the fixing point of the rock straps to suit your bike and to suit your load. Yeah, I think it's really great. So that's pretty much all of my gear that isn't my clothes. And my clothes, yeah, just fit in that bag. We're talking about, you know, I won't go into detail, but we're talking about 2 pairs of shorts, 1 pair of trousers, 3 t-shirts, my box for my camera gear, chargers and things like that, laptop, some paperwork, my my travel bag with all of my toiletries in it and things like that. That's pretty much it. There isn't anything else. And all this together is pretty heavy. It is pretty heavy. So when you put it all on that GS and you think how manoeuvrable it was and how great it was to ride, it turns into a bit of a slob. Any bike would when you put all this stuff on it, and it does make it more of a challenging ride. So yeah, I don't think I can get away with any less than this, you know, because I'm going to be camping, I'm going to be in deserts, I'm going to be in places where I'm not going to have access to, you know, to normal stuff. I mean, even in cities as well. Sometimes in cities you can't get what you need, and it's just nice to have it on your bike so that you can just get it done. But tools to keep the bike fixed, first aid to keep me healthy, warm drinks, fuel for my camp stuff, survival gear to repair stuff, somewhere to sleep, something to keep the rain off my head. I mean, that's pretty much all this is. So I've tried to keep it as neat as possible. So I hope you found that useful. Whether you're an adventure bike traveller or not, whether you're just a regular traveller and you're thinking about what to pack for such a journey and you're going to be using some other mode of transport, this is what I've got with me for the next year and a half to keep me safe. So thanks for watching, and if you want any more videos like this, or if you want me to delve into any particular piece of this equipment with a more in-depth review, I'm happy to do that. So chat to you soon.